Okay, Rich, what are we playing this week then?
So today I thought we'd attempt to complete Buster Busts Loose for the Super Nintendo. So this is a platform game from Konami that was released in 1992 for the Super Nintendo. Have you got any experience with the game at all?
I actually owned this game when I grew up, and I played it to death, and I love it. So, yeah.
Do you want to get to it then?
Let's go.
So there's a password save on this game as well, but it only works on easy mode basically, doesn't it? So you can't actually use the passwords on normal. Right, so like I said, it's a platform game. The B button jumps and the Y button sort of uses this flip move to kill the enemies with. You've also got this dash bar up here which powers a dash move. So when you press one of the trigger buttons you start running forwards, and if you push down you do this slide move that kills the enemies. So you've got to keep an eye on this dash bar because you're only running for as long as it's got power left in it basically. As you can see, the dash bar sort of replenishes itself over time, but you can power it up by collecting dodos as well, so you can keep it constantly going if you keep picking up these dodos basically. Here's one of them here. Obviously you can jump further when you're dashing as well, and you can run up walls, and I fucked that up. Alright, let's see. Yeah, see, so you're basically dashing forever for as long as you can pick the dodos up.
Here's the main boss.
Yeah, on with it. Yeah, so you just got to feed him basically by knocking his food into him.
If you stand in your doorway, you can't hit you. That's it.
Ah.
Right, there you go, done it.
Yeah. Sorted. That's this game sort of full of random mini games as well. After every level you've sort of got to do these mini games.
And again. No. Ooh. Keep going round like that to put it round. That's it. You can speed him up by pressing a button, I think.
Oh, can you?
I think so. I'm not sure. Yeah, there you go.
Oh, right, I need to do that. Right, if I move this fast, can I just...
Just don't put your hole underneath him. That's it. Oh, that works.
So you don't actually need to do it like a puzzle anyway, really.
Well, you can cheat, yeah. He's going the wrong direction now. He's going to fall over. He's going to fall over.
Oh, well, wait, I got a few lives there.
Yeah. That's what I meant to.
I'm not sure about this as a gameplay mechanic.
What do you mean?
It's a bit pedestrian, isn't it?
This is meant for your younger gamers.
Yeah. Sort of breaks the pace of the game a little bit. Did you ever watch Tiny Toons when you was younger?
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
It was actually one of my favourite cartoons back in the day. I always much preferred it over Animaniacs. All the other kids seem to prefer Animaniacs though. Oh, what was that all about? I just ran straight through it.
I'll show you in a second. Relax. Oh, no, okay. I dashed a bit late at the start there.
Yeah.
If I had more time.
The first few times you do this level, you never sort of time the dashes right. You get used to it after a while, don't you?
I just want to show you something. You thought I had a problem with this, yeah? No. Did you know you could do that?
Nah.
Yeah.
I just jump them usually.
Well, yeah, even if you get caught, you can rip through them.
Yeah. It's a bit repetitive, this music.
Shut up. Lovely parallax there.
Yeah. Quite a nice level, really. Nice set piece.
Oh, no, it's going to be duck.
This is like the worst game,
This is
basically.
bingo.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, so you basically just press the button multiple times and wait for the ball to come out. It's just bingo, really, isn't it? You know, if you get a line of them, you get extra life. Not the most imaginative mini game. Your wife's a big bingo fan, isn't she?
She loves bingo. Hey, I got a line.
Ooh.
Yeah, there you go. It's another life. 2 lives.
Is there?
The production values for this game are awesome.
They're pretty good.
A whole lot though. The music, the graphical content, it all really is lovely. The thematics.
This one don't do anything worthwhile,
It does.
does it?
Follow it down. Oh, you missed a bit. Okay.
Yeah, one do level.
Damn. 1 off.
Which is this one? Oh, this is the stupid weighing
You've got to
one.
let them out. Or it might be the weighing one. Yeah, Babs is the one where you let them out. This is the weighing challenge.
In this, you've got to place all of your characters there, and the aim is to weigh heavier than the character your opponent picks, basically. But I don't think you have any idea who your opponent's going to be, do you? So it's not really worth worrying about.
I'd go him first, then the heaviest, and then
It's her, probably,
yeah,
isn't it?
and then her. So this one, you've won.
You basically win an average of 2 or 3
Yeah.
lives in this.
Hey, my favourite. Oh damn! Need to get down a bit quicker.
Yeah, so you just got to get the ball to the end, really. Just keep running forwards,
Well, 1st and 10. Pass.
dodging the opponents.
Got it.
And it's quite difficult to make progress running, so a lot of the time it's sort of... Oh, do they just do jump, jump?
No, they reset.
No,
I'll
okay.
come back for you.
I was going to say, he's making decent progress here.
Skill.
Usually best to just keep passing anyway, though, I think, isn't it?
Only
Because
if you're on short yardage.
it gives you a certain distance immediately, so long as you catch the ball. Whereas when you run, sometimes you only run for like a few
See,
seconds.
they changed it up there. I'm going to run it in for the touchdown. 2 yards. Easy. Touchdown.
That was pretty fast, actually.
Oh, I hate this bit. It's going to be luck me doing it, isn't it?
Jump! Ooh! Deaded. And
gonna
dead
die.
again.
Oh,
Oh,
Not quite.
oh, oh. Missed it.
No, fuck.
Not bad.
Oh,
Oh,
shit.
there he goes again. Same spot.
Do I need to be jumping onto the right
You need
hand
to jump on
section?
the wall beforehand.
Right.
Same with this bit coming up as well that you kind of fuck up. So jump onto the wall here. Now. That's
Right.
it. Then jump. There you go. And jump. Jump. And then jump now. So jump again. And there, easy.
Sorted. From what I understand, actually, this game was made by the Konami team who worked on Mystical Ninja.
Oh, cool.
So they made a bunch of the Mystical Ninja games. They're sort of fantastic games, actually. Only one of them ever came out in a West, though, on Super Nintendo. There's some on the N64 that I've got as well. Be nice to do Mystical Ninja, actually, one day. I think it's a bit of a longer game, though.
Yeah.
But apart from that, I think that this was a team from Konami that ported a lot of their arcade games. So I think they ported a lot of their shoot 'em ups.
Shit, I died.
Do they actually tell the truth on this bit?
Yeah, they do. Oh shit! Run out.
Ah,
Yeah, it is hard.
hubris.
I'm gonna fucking do it.
Will Chris use up all of our lives?
Please. Oh shit! Dum 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 dum. It's on this side, isn't it?
It's only taken off 1 health anyway, isn't it?
Oh, for God's sake! I've got to jump, then jump. God.
Could be here for a while.
No! Yeah, hard zone done.
Is this the final boss now? Oh, final boss.
Do I remember how it's done? Not especially.
And you just got to stay behind the laser in it, haven't you?
His Daft Duck. I have to kick the gun around, don't I? I have to kick him off of it and then kick the gun into him.
Yeah, you got to get him to
Get shot by his own laser or something.
Like that, yeah. Got him.
It was plucky the whole time.
Okay, Rich, so what do you think of the game then?
Well, I think this is a reasonable game. I do think that it has some good qualities, but I do think it's slightly disappointing for Konami, though, because I think their standards are so high usually. Because whilst this has very good sort of presentation, that's through the roof, really, isn't it? The graphics and the animation is fantastic in the game. It is a little bit on the short side, I would say, and I'm not too keen on a difficulty curve either, really. It's sort of, I feel like it goes all over the place a little bit. 'Cause the second level requires a bit of memorisation, I'd say, because there's so many instant deaths on the train, isn't there?
Mm-hmm.
You know, one mistake and you just get taken out of the course. So I feel like the gameplay in this is slightly unpolished at times. But there's some interesting gameplay mechanics here. Obviously, I think there is some influence from Sonic the Hedgehog here, you know, but it does try and do its own thing with the dash bar, and that does change the mechanics around as well, you know, because you've got to keep picking up these dodos constantly to keep moving. You've got this skidding mechanic and the running up walls mechanic they're quite cool little mechanics. The mini games are sort of a mixed bag. Some of them are somewhat dull and uninspired, you know, the bingo one and the weighing one. It's just guesswork really there, and some to an extent they cut into the pacing of the game. I think it's good that it has a lot of variety, but it also sort of feels a little bit disjointed at times. So this is one of your childhood games. So what do you think of the game then?
Well, I'm going to disagree with you on quite a few points, unfortunately. I feel this game is aimed towards the younger generation. I feel between the ages of 6 and 10. I think that's where they're going for with this.
I don't think a 6-year-old could do the second level even.
I think my 6-year-old. Well, she's 5 at the moment, but I think my 5-year-old could.
With enough practice, possibly a very young kid could. But I do remember on the comment section of YouTube there was piles of people saying they never managed to do the second level.
But then they're all useless, to be honest, because that level is not that hard really. You just have to learn it. It's
you do.
A little bit of learning. It's very colourful. It's very graphically, it's lovely. Musically, it's lovely. So that all sings towards that age group. All in all, I really enjoy the game. I think it's good fun. The mini games, 2 of them are very uninspired. The bingo and the weighing is just a way of gaining lives. The pipe dream level with Hampton is quite fun.
Yeah, that one's quite reasonable actually.
But the
isn't it?
best one is definitely the tennis. That is, you didn't get to see that unfortunately, but I would say look it up if you can, or try and play the game and get to it if you can. I often find though you can't really get that mini game. I think it's on the lower. I mean, I don't think
I've
it's
only played it once, I think.
yeah, I don't think it's a 20% for each game. I think they do.
No, the bingo
heavily-
actually comes up most
They
often.
do
I think.
heavily favour the other ones quite a lot, but that is definitely the best mini game by far. It does break the pacing up, but because of the age group that it's aimed towards, I think it needs to break up the pacing. Okay, then, Richard, what are you going to score it then?
Well, I think this is a pretty reasonable game. It's reasonably polished, has good graphics, great animation, and it tries a few things with the gameplay, but I do feel like it's a somewhat flawed experience. So I'm going to say that I'm going to give the game a 3 out of 5. I'm going to say it's a fairly high 3. You know, there are a lot of games that I would rather probably play from this sort of era than this. So I'd imagine you're going to give it a much higher score. So what are you going to give it then?
Well, you're wrong. That's all I'm going to say on that. The game is really polished. It looks nice. It plays well. The gameplay's quite good. It's not original. Okay, I'll concede that. But it has its own little sparks of originality, which are really nice. So for that reason, I'm going to give it a 4. But with the proviso that I did give Plock a 4, but Plock is better than this. Because Plock just has so much more going on.
There's piles more in Plock. Really,
Yeah,
isn't
exactly.
there, across the
So
board?
this is a 4, but it's not as a higher 4 as Plock. In fact, I'm pretty sure I said high 4 with Plock, so I'm going to say low 4.
Yeah, and Plock was a
with
year
this.
after this as well, so
Yeah.
there was time to sort of
There was time to
things a
improve
little
on
bit.
it. But this is still... it's not a low 4. It's kind of middle of the road
Yeah.
4. It's still a solid 4 for me. Okay, guys, that's Buster Bust Loose this week. Excellent game.
Yeah, it's not too bad, is it?
Okay, guys, if you liked it, like the video, give us a comment, tell us what you think about the game, and subscribe to the channel because we are always releasing great new content like this. And we'll see you next week with another game, guys. Take care.
See ya.